Yo, I'm still up for some reason. I realized Boku no Hero came out, so I went ahead and decided to do that real quick. Get it out the way. Um, Looks like this chapter is going to be focusing on Gentle and his sidekick, La Brava. Did they say last chapter that Gentle was a villain? Because I'm thinking about it. What if he's a hero? I just now thought about that for some reason. I think it's because I called her a sidekick. I think that's what it was. That'd be kind of crazy though. My Hero Academia, Living Lawless, chapter number 171, Gentle and La Brava. So the chapter's named after them. That's why I'm assuming it's going to be focusing on them heavily. All right. So it starts off with a pot of tea and a teacup. The person who will leave his mark on history is All Might, Brave, Crimson Riot. Between the age of vigilantes and the present day, individuals known as heroes have shined brightly in our history. The ruler of the legends, all for one. The leader of the Special Abilities Liberation Army, Destro. Or the Uncanny Thief, OG Harima. Likewise, others known as villains have also carved their names into history. The ruler of the legends. Hmm, There's a few different ways you can interpret that. But who are these other two cats, though? So I guess this OG Harima guy, he must be like the most famous thief in the culture right now, and the leader of the Special Abilities Liberation Army, Destro. These guys must be important uh, in some way. I'm assuming that the side story is tying into this in some way or another, especially since he mentioned the age of vigilantes. I still haven't read the side story. I think I read like half of the first chapter. All right, so next page. Before the present systems were established, it was an age of chaos where the boundaries between heroes and villains were ambiguous. However, therein lay freedom. Like with the Angliers, pure freedom was alive and well. That's French for English. Okay. And La Brava is sitting there saying, "So cool, sugoi." Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. What I deliver to you now is a romance of the Wonder Man. Yes, I am Gentle, the gentle criminal. Okay, so he was a villain. Yeah, she passed out. He's like, yeah, she fell out the seat. La Brava, have you finished uploading? Gentle coming into the room. So this nigga can't pour tea for nothing. Yes, Gentle. The account got deactivated again, so I uploaded everything starting from the first video. Instead of having my morning coffee, I swooned over our debut video. La Brava, you've done great work today. Now then, let us move on to today's filming. But let me elegantly finish this cup first. I am Gentle, the man who uploads videos of so-called criminal activity. However, I don't simply wait and commit any crime at random. For example, the convenience store robbery earlier was at J Store, the number one convenience store of a global business. This number one store went to great lengths to hide the expiration labels of their plump pudding that was about to expire. Despite evidence that there were misgivings about its sales, nevertheless, the pudding company feigned ignorance and tried to discreetly sidestep the matter. Now you must understand, I hand out punishments to those who do not act gentlemanly. I am the modern chivalrous thief. It's so frustrating, Gentle. What is La Brava? The fact that the JSTOR video hasn't gotten any views, hasn't gotten many views. It doesn't have the world's attention, even though you're so amazing. Ha ha ha, you shall not grow if you seek outside justifications, La Brava. But listen, it's already been 6 years since you've been active as the villain of the media world. Then suddenly a video about the Stain guy's life steals our views. Moreover, the reprints weren't even him. Nowadays, when you talk about villains, it's all about the villain alliance. They're so malicious, it's disheartening, despicable. You are right, La Barba. Extremely violent behavior sometimes makes one into a spectacle. My style is the opposite. However, it is also a fact that they have momentum. All of the 10,000 plus comments on their videos concern that violent behavior. La Brava and Gentle looked like they just jumped off of the building, but it was a weird jump though. It was like, or maybe they just landed on the building. It was like a little, like a impact indicator below their feet, but they're still airborne. So I'm assuming that they just jumped, or maybe there's like something cushioning their fall. Maybe that's what it is. Well, in the panel before it looks like they jumped, so maybe they are landed on that rooftop. Meanwhile, look at the comments towards me. Gentle. This dude only dishes out lame punishments. J-Store probably wasn't even in the wrong. So much failure is stressful. The shit he does is so minor. Way too many jump cuts. Film La Brava. However, I will not be discouraged, La Brava. And why? Because the next project will surpass even this. So cool. Tell me, Gentle, what is the next project? A question for the ages. The exploits are forever. The original place where their rhetoric became what it is now, that is where the next one will be. Oh, it's gonna be a UA. Scene switch just went to UA apparently because I see a Blood King or Black King. I'm not sure what name is official. And the Racerhead, and they like sitting in the computer room. And Vlad says, "So Class A's program is a combined band performance and dance, huh?" Eraserhead says, "It looks like they decided on that after considering what they could do to support other departments." Well, that's an admirable plan. To be honest, I wonder. The internship group is in supplementary classes. We have so much to plan. Isn't it delightful to think about? Oh no, these are kids talking now. All right, so we switch over to the kids. I think it's Mina saying, "We have so much to plan. Isn't it delightful to think about what it'll be like?" And Jiro answers, "Yeah." Somebody just walked up on Bakugo and says, "Hey, did you hear? The Hero Department's Class A is doing a live show apparently. All for us." Okay, it's just some random people passing by. From the Department of General Education, according to Bakugo. Such a cocky crew, even when they start all the conflict. I think that's what they're saying about Class 1A. All right, so we see Aida with Shoji. I think that's Yaoyorozu right there on the right. The Culture Festival is just 1 month away. We don't have much time, so today I want to decide on a few things. First, music. Well, then shouldn't we do a song that's as well known as possible? Let's do something groovy, one that we can dance to. Jiro says if that's the case, we might consider Four on the Floor and club rock in the style of new rave. Um, Four on the Floor is a rhythm pattern used in disco and EDM. She continues to say, if we're doing dance music, we really should be turning towards EDM. But everyone's set on playing instruments, right? I see Sero and Ojiro in the back, like, huh? Has anyone here ever played bass or drums? I figured. First, even though the backbone of the band is the drums, my main instrument is the guitar. So my drumming is frankly a work in progress. If I had to teach a beginner drums while I also have to practice, 1 month is way too tight. And Kaminari says, "Ah, that's right. You were forced to go to music class a while back, weren't you?" Huh? And Bakugo says, I wouldn't expect it. But Bakugo gonna be playing the drums. Yo, Bakugo, why don't you try playing the drums? Can someone else do it? All right, so Serial playing with his ego. He like seems like it's too difficult. And that nigga like, what? Nigga, what? He hurried up and got on them drums. And Jiro was like, perfect. Mina said, it's amazing. We got ourselves a talent. And Kaminari says, so it's decided. Bakugo's on the drums. Uh, and the drums on the back are from Jiro's room, apparently. That's something that we needed to know. Bakugo's still like, eh. He says, I ain't doing any of that pointless shit. And Jiro says, Bakugo, please. Or rather, if you do this for me, you'll be a good person. And I guess he says nothing will come of it. Can't imagine who else that would be saying that. Like the speech bubble is above Jiro's head in a panel that's has a black background. So it's kind of weird. I'm just assuming that he said it. Seems like the most logical assumption. You guys are selling this as a stress reliever for other departments, aren't you? Doing shit like that all in the name of stress relief? What else is it other than self gratification? People that sicken me don't deserve my courtesy. Okay. All right. So he ain't changed too much. And Hagakure says, hey, come on, talking that way. I'm telling you that what you guys are doing is indulging the enemy. No, but actually, did we not consider that enough? That's what Aida says. And Todoroki speaks up, saying, don't speak ill of us if you didn't even participate in the conversation. So Todoroki's all the way on board then. And Bakugo continues saying, isn't it sickening? We aren't getting smacked down by the villains because we enjoy it. Why do we have to concern ourselves with people's feelings? If you're so all intent on pleasing everyone, then just quit. Because I'm going to fight. It's not about indulgence, it's a battle. If you're on board, then get ready. This nigga talking about fighting. Thought y'all was supposed to be having a festival, man. So I guess he agreed. Everybody in UA, I'll knock you dead with my sound. Okay, all right. So he's on board. Yo, he just did the cutthroat, but it's like an explosion going along his neck. That's cool. Bakugo. All right, so Aida says Bakugo-kun's taking it up on his own, carrying such a heavy burden. The motivation isn't great, but he's gonna do it, all right. That's what Hakakuri says. We did it, right, Jiro-chan? And Jiro's kind of like looking sort of disappointed. She says, I'll do my best. In 1 month, just as in a normal year, there's to be a cultural festival. The school whose security was just fortified after sustaining an attack. That school which is the current symbol of the heroes. If I invaded myself, then I would become the most popular, will I not? The target of the gentleman's ambition. So that's the end of the chapter. Basically, he moving like Cavendish, but as a villain. He wants all the glory, and he feels that the people of his current generation are hogging it from him unjustly. So he's trying to do something to put him in the forefront. All right. Well, so far, Gentle has been pretty interesting. Pretty good chapter. I enjoyed the little tidbit of information that we got at the beginning. Even though it's the type of information that brings forth more questions. But that's always interesting for me because I like to have discussion and talk about these things. Um, Also, getting a little bit more insight onto what Gentle's motivations are and what its goals are, what his plans are, and how these things coincide with one another. Um, or at least it seems that we're going to find out how they coincide with one another. And you got the the cultural festival is developing slowly. We're going to see how that's gonna take place and exactly what's going to happen and who's going to be participating and what their capacity is going to be during the festival. But of course, it's not going to go off without a hitch because Gentle plans on invading. And even if he didn't, it probably still wouldn't go off without a hitch because the students in UA don't get along very well. The different classes don't get along very well. And for all we know, there could be like some second or third years who trying to uh, pick on our guys. So yeah, I think that'll be interesting too, to be introduced to some more students in UA. Yeah, I can definitely see this arc being something that I enjoy. I know a lot of people aren't enjoying the build up so far, but I think it's necessary. Getting more information on the characters, seeing how they interact with one another. That's this type of stuff that I like when it's done well because it's interesting to me because I like uh, I like to see characters, see how they operate within the verse that they exist in. So this is great to me. But I know a lot of people wouldn't appreciate it. A lot of people don't appreciate it. I think this is probably like an 8, 7.5 maybe. Yeah, I'm tired as hell, man. I looked at my Black Clover video. I saw like had crazy bags under my eyes. I'm looking at this one right now. It's pretty much the same thing. I don't see why it would change, but yeah, I haven't went to sleep yet. I'm going to sleep after this one though. I think I'm done. I really talked about it to death. But yeah, appreciate y'all for coming through. Like the stream or dislike it. Subscribe. Go tell your friends about me. Comment when you get a chance. Shout out to all my niggas. I love all my niggas. Go support them niggas. And yeah, talk to y'all boys later, man. Tell y'all boys later.